The first part what we had studied, solvable for P, right? Today we will learn about Clairaut's form. Now see, y is equal to px plus f of p. Can you read this? Can you read this equation?
Y is equals to px plus f of p.
F of p. Okay. Now come on the right hand side of the board. We know that suppose if I have only one variable on the right hand side, we will represent the function by f of x, right? Here I have only one variable, that is x.
X.
Suppose I have x square plus y square. How do we represent a function?
F of xy is
X
equals to
comma
x
y.
square plus y square.
Okay. Similarly, if I have a function of p on the right hand side, okay, we will represent that function by f of p. Okay, even with the constant, if you get, that is also a function of p. Anything, any constant, okay, that is also a function of p. Okay, like general also, like this, that is also a function of p, where constant is a there. You understood what is this f of p? F of p is a function of p. Now what is our p there? P is obviously dy by dx. In Clairaut's form solutions, one is called general solution, second is called singular solution. So how many solutions we will find out in Clairaut's form?
Two solutions. Two solutions.
One is called general solution, second one is singular solution.
Singular solution.
General solution, very easy step, only you have to make change. Put p is equal to c in 1, which is our equation number 1 now. This is our equation number 1, which is given. Okay, Clairaut's form aliddaga, if you just substitute p is equal to c in 1, you will get general form. So what this equation will become now? Tell me. Y is equal to
Y is equal to cx plus
cx plus
f of c.
f of c. Okay, this is your general solution. That's all. Okay, to find out singular solution, we have to differentiate one partially with respect to p. What we have to do to find out singular solution? We have to differentiate equation number 1 partially with respect to p and find the value of p. What I am saying in the second part? Tell me.
Differentiate one partially with respect to p and find the value of p.
That means I'll get some value of p there. After getting the value of p, substitute, call this as equation number 2, p value, substitute 2 in 1. Are you getting my point? Substitute 2 in 1. So 1 will be in the form of whatever you have in place of p. Okay, here you have px plus f of p was there na in equation 1. In place of p, whatever value you are getting, just substitute those values here. That will be your singular solution. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you just have a rough idea now. When we solve the problem now, you will come to know in detail. First problem. First problem we have, solve y is equal to px plus a by p. just check whether this equation is in the Clairaut's form.
Yes, sir.
ಅಲ್ವಾ? Clairaut's form ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ? y is equal to px plus f of p. What is our f of p now? F of p is a.
A by P.
Okay. Now y is equal to, I'll take the function as it is. What is the first step? To find general solution. Call this as equation number 1. What we have to substitute? Put p is equal to in 1. So we'll get y is equal to cx plus a by c. This is your general solution. Understood? Second part, okay, for the singular solution, what I said in the method, we have to differentiate that equation number 1 partially with respect to p. So this is my equation number 1 on the above, which I have written. Differentiate that with respect to p partially. Andre left hand side is equal to 0 agutta. Y differentiate this term partially with respect to p. There is no p term there, so it will be 0. Okay, on the right hand side, come to this point now. X is constant, differentiation of p is 1, plus a is constant, differentiation of 1 by p is minus 1 by p square. Are you getting? Alva? So when what I said, differentiate partially with respect to p and get the value of p. So I have to get the value of p now, so I am writing like this. Is it fine? On the right hand side you have minus a by p square. If you take on the left hand side, it will be plus a by p square, that is equal to x. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can I write like this?
Yes, sir.
Can I write like this now again? I can write now. What is happening? P square
Root by A by P is equals to plus or minus root
plus
of A
or
by
minus
X.
of square root of a by
A by X.
plus or minus square root of a by square root of x. So here you have got two values, right? Substitute, call this as equation number 2. Put 2 in 1. So what was our 1? Y is equal to
px plus a by p.
So px, p place ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕೀಗ? We have to put, so keep x as it is. Value is square root of a by square root of x. That plus or minus we are giving here. Then what was the question? A by p, right? In place of p we will substitute square root of a by square root of x. Is it fine? Now observe this. X can be written as square root of x into square root of x, square root of a as it is, in the denominator square root of x as it is, plus or minus numerator square root of a, square root of a will become a, and this will be square root of x by square root of a. What is happening? This is going in the numerator, and this part we can write it as square root of a into square root of a. So ಯಾವ್ದು cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Cancel those parts which are getting cancelled now. Square root of x, square root of x. On the right hand side,
Square root of a, square root of a.
square root of a, square root of a. So I am remaining with square root of x, square root of a, again square root of x, square root of a. This will be a plus or minus, no? This is 2 square root of x, 2 square root of a. Okay, this is my y. Plus or minus is there, I am giving plus or minus for both. Now plus or minus, since plus or minus is there, I can write in terms of 2 points, right? 2 factors. What are those? Y is equal to plus 2 root x, 2 root a. One more is minus 2 root x, 2 root a. So this can be written as y minus 2 root x, 2 root a is equal to 0. This can be written as y plus 2 root x, 2 root a is equal to 0. Okay, these are the singular solutions. Is it fine?